Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor. I am a nurse. I have just started YouTube. This is one of my few videos that I have up here now. If you're here for the first time, I'm a nurse. I do some nursing videos, but my main idea for this channel was to do some vlogs that me and my husband could look back on and just kind of create little memories, but also do some fun content that I love to do as well. So this video, as you can tell from the title, is going to be a what's in my work bag. I work in the Nicu right now at the hospital that we have here. I'm just gonna show you guys what I bring with me to work and what my work bag is. So let's get started. The work bag that I bring is this Scout bag. This is, I think it's called the Pocket Rocket, which is a very interesting name, but it's amazing. It has a ton of pockets. It's got this one main pocket on the front, or like the main area pocket. And then it also has 3 deep pockets on the front and then 3 more in the back. So it just holds a ton of stuff, and it's got 2 straps, and it's really great. I really like this bag too because it's this wipeable, I don't know if you can tell, it's like this shiny like wipeable material, which is also really great. So I like that for the hospital because of that wipeable factor. It's been a really awesome bag. A lot of the girls that I used to work with in Birmingham have this bag and really love it. They come out with colors all the time. I think you can get it on Amazon and their actual website. So I will link this bag down below so you guys can check it out. But I highly recommend this bag. I really love it a lot. So the first thing I have on this bag is I just keep my badge attached to it. I just switched it over to my little turkey because it's Thanksgiving. So I switched it over to my little turkey, and I have my BSN, so it has BSN on there. And then I have my nursing pin right here. I went to the University of Alabama. That's where I got my BSN in nursing. And then I also have this cute little pin on the back, and then this tiny little Sharpie. This pen is a lifesaver. It just clips off and I can use it if I forget a pen. I always have one attached to my badge, and it's super nice. Muffin decided to pop in. She loves this room so much. This is my rag doll. She's very sassy. She's probably gonna run away. Say hi. Okay, and then in this second little pocket over here, I keep a nursing like scrub cap. We do a lot of procedures on our unit, whether that be PICC lines or umbilical and artery lines, just surgery, not surgeries, but like procedures at the bedside that have to be sterile, so you have to wear a hat. And then we also do labor and delivery at my hospital. So if you are the labor and delivery nurse for the day, you are running back and forth doing C-sections and all kinds of stuff. So it's just easier for us to just keep one on. So mine is Lemons. It's super cute, and it has this pink band on it, but it's like the bouffant type. And so I just keep that in my bag. I usually just throw it in my scrub pocket, especially if I am L&D or if I'm the backup L&D nurse, then I'll just have it. And then that way it's just cuter than wearing just the normal like netted scrub cap, and it's super cute. And so we kind of all have one on the side just because we do so many procedures that require a hat, and it's just nice to have cute ones. So I keep that in my bag as well. And then on the back pockets, I have an umbrella. And then my last pocket, I just have a little thing of hydrogen peroxide. This is one of our bottles, a little bottle that we use. Let's get into the main pocket. It's this really large, it keeps a bunch of stuff. It's really big. The first thing I have in here is my clipboard. So I carry this, and then I also have this little bag in here that kind of has a bunch of like, you hear that, it's like Tylenol, a bunch of random necessities so I bring these 2 with me to my little alcove that I'm gonna be sitting at all day, so I don't have to bring my whole bag out there. I just keep my bag in the locker room and just take these 2 things out there. I just keep a pencil bag with some highlighters and pens. I keep some, most people call them brain sheets, but we just call them report sheets. And so this is what our report sheet looks like. I'll insert a clip right here of me talking about it so I can go over it. This is our brain sheet, or our report sheet that we use, and I'll just go through it really quickly. The first column is basically patient name, date of birth, gestational age, day of life, weight, length, you know, all that good stuff. Diagnosis and history. A lot of times I'll just flip it over and write on the back mom's name, her room number if she's still inpatient, and her contact information, any labs that they've had done, and then like blood products, glucose, and then meds, meds are down there. Again, I'll flip it over if they have more meds than that. The second column is basically a full assessment. So it starts at neuro. So there are any type of neuro things that we need, head ultrasound, MRI. Then the next one is head, eyes, ears, nose, and throat. So basically eye exam, when that's been done, when the next one is. Respiratory, we have everywhere to put respiratory settings, their FiO2, their limits. They've had a blood gas, chest x-ray, or if they have chest tubes. And then the A's, B's, and D's, so apnea, brady, or DSATs, we'll write those down. Cardiac-wise, basically if they have a murmur, if they have had an echo or need an echo. GI is if they're NPO, if we have donor breast milk consent, all their feeds, basically anything we need to know about their feeds. Their belly girth, if they've had a KUB, where their NG, OG, or replogal is, if they've been throwing up, if they've been stooling, and then GU, so basically what their urine output was for our shift in the last 24 hours. And then if they have a Foley catheter, and then skin, if they're on humidity, if they're on phototherapy, or if they have any skin issues that we're worried about. This last column is basically lines and discharge planning. So the top, we have NAS if we're scoring for NAS, lines and fluids. So any type of line, we'll write what their fluids are. And then down here is discharge planning. So if they already are discharge planning or not, if they've had their MST, which is the state screen in Florida, and then all their discharge stuff that they have to get done before. And then anything that the previous shift needs me to ask during rounds, I'll write that down. And then anything like random to-dos I can put there as well. That is our brain/report sheet, and I will copy this and put it at the bottom. It's kind of a janky copy, but if you guys want it, I can put it down there for you. The other thing I keep in my bag to just have during my shift is these little kind of like schedule card things. This kind of keeps my brain in one place. That way I'm not forgetting anything. I can write stuff down in the room without having to bring my whole clipboard in there. Basically what it looks like is I have a bunch of all the times, like my whole shift down here. So when I work night shift, 20, it's 8 o'clock. And then down here is our hands-on time. So basically in the NICU, for the most part, babies, you do their hands-on every 3 hours. So the babies are either 8, 11, 2, and 5, or 9, 12, 3, and 6. And that is when we do full assessments. So we do full assessments every 3 hours, and that's when we feed them. And also in the NICU, since they're babies and they're needing to sleep and can get their rest, we cluster care. So we do all of our meds and everything around those care times or those hands-on times. So I like to take these sheets and I will circle, like if my kid is an 8, 11, 2, 5, I'll circle 8, 11, 2, and 5. And then I'll just know those are my hands-on times, and then I'll write all my meds next to where I have to give meds by, and then I'll highlight my meds just so I'm aware. It kind of is just a snapshot of my day and what I'm having to give, and it just kind of works better for my brain. These boxes kind of correspond with our hands-on times. This is just a really nice snapshot of my day. I like it. I can just fold it like this. We only have 2 babies usually, so I print it front and back, and so that's just my babies for the day, and I will just stick it in my pocket, and it's perfect. I just kind of jot things down on here and I use it to chart with afterwards. I created this. I will put the PDF down in the bottom, night shift and day shift, so you guys can take that if you want. This bag has pretty much everything that I think I'm gonna need to survive a 12-hour shift. There are a ton of things in here. I'm just gonna go through this really quickly because there's a ton of stuff. So I have Tylenol, I have lip balm, a phone charger, a baby hand sanitizer. I have lotion. This is the Seedlings. This is the baby line from Young Living. It's just really like this to have as hand lotion on the unit. I also have the rose ointment from Young Living. This is just another really nice like all over moisturizer, great for hands or your lips. So I keep that in there. A little tiny mirror, some gum, a little baby native deodorant. I have a ton of oils because if you know me, you know I have oils on me all the time. A headache roller that I made. I also keep Deep Relief in here as well. I also have the CBD Calm Roller. I have an empty Joy oil in here as well. I also have oil blotting sheets, some hair ties. That's all that's in this little bag. Some other stuff I have in here, some colorful pens. The last few things I have in here are a notebook. I found a little card from Ben in there too. Sometimes he sneaks me notes, and this one is super cute. It's a little hedgehog. And then the last thing I have in here is just a bunch of random papers and check off things that I have in here that management needs randomly. So I just keep that in there as well. So that is all that's in my work bag. I'm also realizing that now that I'm looking back at this footage a little bit, that I never mentioned why I don't carry a stethoscope in my nursing bag, which literally every other nurse does. So all of our rooms have their own neonatal stethoscope. They're like super, super tiny. They're like half the size of a normal stethoscope. And all of our babies' rooms have them just so we just eliminate cross-contamination and stuff like that. So that's why I don't have a stethoscope in my nursing bag, which I think is a question I'm gonna get. So that's why I don't have a stethoscope. I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a like below and don't forget to subscribe. I will link the bag and I'll put my brain sheet. I also put my schedule sheet down at the bottom too, in case you guys want that as well. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.